Hello, and welcome to the second stream of the day. First time I've ever done 2 streams in one day, and somehow I found time to do it. Tonight we will be doing a 3D sculpt of Jiren, as I had mentioned earlier today, if you were watching. So yeah, welcome to the stream. Welcome. Alright, so we're gonna get started. Our last 3D stream was of Omega Shinron, and today we're doing Jiren. Alright, just give me 1 second. Those are some of the sculpts that I've done in the past. Okay, that's better. Hello, and welcome. Alright, we'll be starting in about 2 minutes. Let me make sure that this screen is working. Yep. Alright, almost ready. And this is working. Yes, it is. Okay, just 1 second. Let me just make sure that the audio is working correctly over here on YouTube. Hello. All right, so we're getting started now. Let's see if the music is audible. Boom. All right. Welcome. This is working. All right, so let's get started. All right, let me put my glove, because again, what's a boxer without their glove? So this is about to be a match, and it's about to be a serious one too. All right, so first thing, let's delete this. Create another sphere. All right, validate. And this is Jiren. Jiren, for those joining in for the first time, tonight we're doing a 3D sculpt of Jiren, DB's Super. And usually I do music finish. Yeah, so usually I do sketches, but every once in a while I do sculpts. So welcome Spartan, Claire. Feel free to share this stream to whoever you know that likes Dragon Ball Z. Alright, so everything seems to be working. Now this can come off. Let's see. That's working. Alright, so we're gonna get started with the face, like sculpting around. And he has sort of like a gray alien face. I feel like this is gonna be a fun one or an easy one because it doesn't have that many features. Welcome to the stream, Jiren bro. So we're starting a 3D sculpt. I am using NomadSculpt is the weapon of choice today. Let's make his head a bit bigger, and let's add a cylinder. Boom. And I'm only doing the head, pretty much the bust. Yeah. So we're not doing a full body sculpt. Mainly just neck, chest. Billy Boy, welcome to the stream. Thank you for the likes. Appreciate it. All right. And also this video will live on YouTube, so if you guys ever want to rewatch it, you guys are welcome to watch it there. All right, let's bring this down. And also I'll try to make a commentary video with this one. Alright, then let's see. At first everything takes its time to take shape. So let's bear with me here. Canon, Marcella, welcome. All right, so let's get right into the eyes. Just like open up some space here for the eyes. Okay. And for the ears, let's add another cylinder. I want to add a little bit more emotion for Jiren, so as the sculpt keeps going, I'll be changing this face. I'm just trying to, let's mirror this. Trying to situate the face, something more neutral. But once again, let me save it before I get too far in. And then this is what we did last time. So it takes some time, but we'll get there. Oops. Eventually we'll get there. All right, let's go right back into this guy. And in the future, I want to start doing full sculpts, but those might take a little bit longer. If you guys have any questions, feel free to ask it on the chat. I am taking questions, reading. Billy Boy again, thank you for the likes, appreciate it. All right, let's add the nose. Actually, let's see. And this program is so versatile. So many options to do things, how to do things. Let's bring it in. And radius. Yeah, I think that should be good. Oh. And what's the other thing? Boom. There we go. Just make this a little bit. Crank it up. And there we go. We have ears. Oops. Let's see. All right, let's zoom up it and oops. Did it get freeze? Did it freeze? All right, let's go. All right, want to see a side view. Yeah, I want to make something like that expression there. The one that he's screaming. Like this. But for that, I want to get more. Yeah, these expressions are pretty cool. But again, this is just the beginning. I think this is an AI art. They even give him a tail. But, alright, let's keep going with this guy. Okay. Alright, so let's add the nose. The nose could be just a little cone. That's how I did last time. Just shrink it. Wait a minute. Why is the pivot on? There we go. Yeah, real quick we get lost in these programs, but you know, a little bit of practice never hurt nobody. So if you're learning a new program, I recommend you to take 1 or 2 tutorials and have fun. Michael, thank you for the follow. Appreciate it. Thank you for the likes. So again, we're doing something different tonight. Usually I do sketches, but tonight we're doing a bust. All right. Get it going. And right away we have something, right? Like we just move, we pull, push 3 times, and we have a little bit of a face. So that's let's see, make this a little bit brighter, not affecting the camera. Oh, that's pretty cool stuff. Let's see, Mad Cat. right, let's work on this neck a little bit. Move this brolic neck a little bit. Let me know if oh yeah, I forgot to put music. Let me know if you guys are okay with this music. And also, let's see what stickers we have here. Oh, that's a good sticker. Follow me. Also, if you guys have any questions, don't be shy. Don't be shy. Let chapter free to ask. Because I'm here, you know. You might not see another 3D artist in a while, so ask away. Feel free to ask any questions. Alright. Let me copy this. Clone. And let's move this down. So you see, this is a fun thing, right? With clay, you can pretty much do anything. So grab that one thing, grab the neck, and I'm building the chest out of that. And right now we're just doing a rough sketch. We're just roughing it out, just to place things. Inflate. Let's inflate this part here, and later on we'll be joining things. And right away, again, we have something that looks like somebody. Not quite like Jiren yet, but we'll be getting there. There's always the ugly face, you know. Like when you're growing your hair, you'll go to that face of the ugly face. All right, let's do some of the clay strip. And so join the head. Let's see how his head looks from behind. Oh yeah, so this is gonna go smooth that out a little bit. All right, Onion, welcome to the stream. We're doing Jiren today. We're sculpting Jiren on NomadSculpt. Okay. Let's add some clay. Alright, so I think it's time we add some voxels. Resolution, let's do 400. See mesh. Okay. Alright, first let's move that out. Oops. So 3 fingers to redo, 2 fingers undo. Okay, let's do a crest here to split the chest, and for the back we also let's do a crest right in the middle. And 400 seems about right. And you can see, like, with this brush already we can build some detail pretty fast. Muscles are best built with this brush. Let's look at the chest. Right away, we have. All right, what do you guys think? Let's move it up. The face will be the part that gives me the more problems, but the body and muscles, we can pretty much make them out pretty fast. Let's press it. Let's bring this down a little bit. Crease brush. Alright, let's grow this a little bit more. And let's use the inflate brush to make this a little bit taller. Alright, front view. Where's this perspective? Let's set it off. And once we add the color also, it'll add even more. So man, this is such a funny that's so funny. They overdo his muscles. What did I click? This looks dope. Let's save that. Also in May I'll be let's save this also. In May I'll be doing Marvel Madness in May. Yeah, so mainly sketches, but I think it's about time that I should start doing the streams and finishing. Alright, let's go into the neck. And let's see if we can box. So 300 is about right. Alright, let's smooth it out first. And clay strip. Alright. Some more muscles here. Jack, welcome to the stream. Ryan Pineda, welcome. Alright, let's add some more clay right here. Alright, and we have a decent bust. Alright, now let's focus on the face a bit. Got the eyes. Boop. Ryan, Ichigo Pig, BMT, welcome to the stream. Alright, let's add a mirror. And make this eyes a little bit bigger. And the nose, let's make it smaller. Oops, why I keep doing this? Pivot to the center. Is it auto? Object. Align. Oh, and then one of my favorite brushes, I believe, is the flatten or plana. Let's see if it's this one. I think this one is it. Flat brush. Let's move right here. Oops. Where do we move? Is this not a symmetry? Okay. Is it symmetry? Okay. Welcome, Miss Ann. Welcome to the stream. Why is it? Oh, I see. Because I moved it. All right. So again, we have the body a little bit more detailed. Now we're working on the face. Because faces tend to be a little bit more difficult, I like to leave difficult things for last. Alright, and now for this one we could do, for the face, we can do about 250. Alright, let's smoothing that out. Cameron. Welcome, welcome. Mickey, welcome, welcome, Mikey, POV. All right. Use the move tool. Exaggerate some of these eyebrows. Make this bigger. Try to see if we can match his head shape. And these are small pools that go a long way, right? So when we think about sculpting, sometimes we think that we have to do all these insane things, but see how minimal I have to move in order to match this shape. Alright, let's bring up. So we're pretty much doing a gray alien with a bodybuilder's body. Alright, let's shape his eyes. This nose is way too big, so let's shrink it up. Yeah, I think, let me see. Oh, is that what it was? I had clicked pin by mistake. Shrink it up. Alright, go back to this eyebrows. Let's get some serious detail. Make it even bigger. So this is the fun part, right? When we're sculpting, is to add this play strip, but we might get carried away sometimes. Also, just to be careful. Move that out, and let's pull this forehead out. I feel like I want to see. Let's have a profile view or a 3/4. There we go. We get in there. Koei wins. Welcome to the stream. Thank you for the follow. On the third follow, my favorite app, and for yeah, I appreciate it. And type of heart, I appreciate that. Yeah, so I do a little bit of everything. Most times I'm sketching, but once a week I try to do a sculpt. At least, yeah, trying to get better at sculpting. And yeah, Nomad is GOAT for me. I used to use Blender, but I want to see the limits of NomadSculpt. What are some of the things that you sculpt in Nomad? Yeah, definitely enjoy this program. There's so much more control in NomadSculpt. Yeah, you know, I just feel like everything's so much easier. Like everything's right there, so you don't have to do a lot of browsing, a lot of clicking. All right, let me redo this nose because I had this. Let's see. There. Yeah, I had something pinned and I didn't know what was happening. One of the guys that I follow is a drug-free Dave, just because he's always doing all the updates and he's doing deep dives into the program when they do updates. I like to refresh my my knowledge with him. Damn, I follow him too. Cool. Yeah, I think he's pretty good. He's one of the best, and he's been using Nomad I think for a while now. Who else do you follow? Just because I make glasses, figures, and some furniture. Nice. Tracy Avocado, welcome. Alright. Let's just add this mouth here for now. I will be adding more of an expression later, because I love adding expressions and showing teeth. I just think that this might be a little bit boring to just have a blank expression. Waste the potential. Abu Manyard, I follow him. He does Omnimask. Oh, I think I follow him too. Just didn't know his name. Yeah, and I think he does a lot of prints. He prints a lot of his masks. I think it's amazing. Alright, let's do a little bit of a crest here, a crest here, a crest here. Ooh, this forehead is a little sunken. Alright, let's start getting some shapes. It doesn't look like a Power Ranger smile. Yeah, he has hella prints. Oh, nice. Alright, Jiren, let's change that expression in your face. What is that? Let's go with something. Can I zoom in? Oh, nice. This is a bit of a cheat because they give me a whole turnaround. Alright, let's add this face. So let's go ahead and with the clay strip, let's subtract. Do you print or just sculpt? I mainly sculpt. I'm trying to get more into animation. I printed something, but yeah, not that I sculpted it. Printed like a figurine of myself a long time ago. But yeah, right now I'm mainly just creating characters, and hopefully I want to get into animating 3Ds. But for now, it's mainly just making them. I enjoy it, you know. This stage of my life, I'm like, I want to do the things I enjoy. Because at one point I thought I wanted to make shirts, and I wanted to like print shirts and stuff. And then I felt like I almost turned into a print shop, and I was like, nope, I want to keep making things for fun. That's crazy. I'm working on a 2D adult and 2D adult animation. I done characters in the vault. Oh, nice. Feel free to join Discord, by the way. On Thursday, tomorrow, we will be doing a shared stream where we join with a couple of different artists, and we will be doing OCs. So we'll be swapping OCs with different people, and they'll be creating yours, you'll be creating theirs. So yeah, I feel like it's gonna be a fun night tomorrow. So yeah, the link of the, actually send me a DM if you like, and then I'll send you the link to the Discord. Because I've been sending people to my YouTube link and it doesn't work. The link, I think, is expired. So yeah. Hey, cool kid. What's up, man? Welcome. Guess what? Welcome, welcome. All right, so we got an expression here. Let's see. Smaller. I was Doomzilla the entire time. I had a feeling. That's hilarious. Nah, you're funny. And you be coming in with different suits every night. You know, I was thinking about you today. Yeah. So go ahead, CEO. Feel free to send me that message, and I'll send you the link later on, either today or tomorrow. So, cool kid, Doomzilla. We'll be doing the hangout tomorrow. So think about your OC and yeah, man, I'm prepared like last time. Oh, that I was thinking about you because I saw what's it called? The Ozaru, Vegeta Ozaru, and I was like, oh man, this would be fun. This would be fun to draw, but I haven't gotten the courage to draw that. Let's see this. Oh man, let's take it to another page. Alright, so we're gonna be using this for a little bit. Oops. Alright, drag. So as soon as we add some eyes and muscles, we almost get in there, right? Let's see how high. All right, let's pull down this shoulder. Doomzilla, have you did you draw today? Did you create any kaijus? Other than that, make this neck a little bit buffer. And the back. That's a decent back. Just feel like it's sad still. Needs a little bit more shaping. . 'Cause Here we go. Let's go back to everyone's favorite brush. Move it out a bit. There's a point where things just start to feel weird because you don't know if you're doing too much or you're not doing enough. And I feel like I'm almost getting there. Alright, let's move it up. Where you just start tinkering and all you needed to do was just add some color. Welcome, Hunter. Hunter Barn, welcome. Smooth out a little bit of the nose. And rotate it down a bit. We're going to move. Oops. It's bigger. Art of Tao, welcome, welcome. There you go, that's a little bit better. For expression, let's just bring this down. Alright, let's see. What can we do? Something to add. To add a little bit more shape to his head so it's not so alien-like. Even though he is an alien. Alright, smooth it out. Let's make his bottom chin a little flat. Or the bottom of his chin, not his bottom chin, because he only does one. Artclstudios. Jiren. Thank you for the follow, Tao. Appreciate it. Thank you. Alright, let's make. See if we can make his mouth just a little bit lower. Again, tomorrow we'll be doing a hangout. So if you want to draw along, feel free to join the Discord, which is link on the description of YouTube, or you can just send me a private message and I'll send you the link. Because sometimes this thing just never works. I think I did his teeth. There we go. Alright, so even though we're not there yet, I feel like we're almost ready to paint. Let me just smooth out some things. And let's fuse the neck. Actually no, let's keep it separate still. Just because I feel like there's some more things that I need to do with the chest. Here we got just creating some muscles. Man, I would love to see a fight between Jiren and Broly. You guys ever think that's gonna happen? I haven't drawn Dragon Ball in a long time, in a long while. Oh yeah, okay, cool. That's all I draw mainly in this the streams that I've been doing. But tomorrow we'll be drawing OCs, any character that you can bring or that you can think of. But yeah, man, I enjoy this thing because so what happens is when I don't know what to draw, I always revolt to doing Dragon Ball Z characters just because they're my default. What do you draw usually, pal? That'll happen someday. Let's grow some of these muscles. I don't know. I feel like that Jiren does Jiren justice. Let's take a look at this. These muscles here. So at the same time as I'm doing this sculpt, I'm studying anatomy, and that's one other thing that I recommend to. If you're a 2D artist, you know, I also recommend you do some 3D, some sculpting, because you start to understand muscles a little bit better. And yeah, so when you draw certain things now, if you think of an angle, you remember that you did that in this way. Back. Man, Master Roshi's the GOAT. This is decent. This is pretty cool. Alright, let's. I like his face shape. We have the little triangle here. I feel like I need to fix his chin. Something needs to give here. Okay, let's drag. I drew about anything you can think of. Right now I'm working on Spider-Gwen. Oh, nice. Next month I'll be creating some marbles. I've been streaming for now almost 3 months. And yeah, next month I'll be focusing on Marvel characters. But I'll be doing 2D mainly. But I think I'll keep doing some 3D Dragon Ball Z sculpts. Alright, let's see. That's epic. Man, AR has gotten crazy. see. Alright, I'm gonna add some color just because I feel like if I just keep tweaking, I'll never finish. Let me see this guy's face. Oh, is this Napa? Oh, it is. Let's see what we can get from this face. Let's add some of this here. Oops. I was sculpting somewhere else. Just gonna add some things just to add some detail. Even though it doesn't have a lot of details in this part. And I'm gonna smooth it out. Alright. Add this nose. Move. Alright, let's do some free box. So Sarah, welcome to the stream. Alright, let's take a water break. Oops. I zoom out to see what the whole shebang has been coming along. Yeah, I like this Napa face. Yeah, pretty good. Alright, I just realized that I haven't drawn Napa in a while. Jiren, is this Nomad? Yep, this is Nomad. And hi, I am Jiren. I'm sculpting Jiren. Arrow, have you ever used NomadSculpt? I think I want to add some wrinkles, but Jiren has such a smooth face. Let's add some of this mouth crest. And let's smooth out his chin just so he doesn't look like he has something wrong with his face. So this is one part that I always have problem with, connecting the chin to the ear. And it sounds so simple, but for some reason it just disappears in most of my sculpts. It just like vanishes. I think I have to do more like realistic faces just to really understand how this structure works. Fill out my own face. I used when I used to do animations, they used to say that you should get up as you're creating, so that you can feel the movement. And I feel like the same thing when you're sculpting. You fill out your face to see how it feels. I really like this. Let me smoothing this out. Create a little bit more structure for Jiren. Let me soften this also. Feels good. And then let me sharpen his chin. Thank you for the follow, Arrow. No, it's becoming more popular now. I only knew about ZBrush. Yeah. So what happens is with Nomad, it's like a lot of the people who use it, they aren't pros. Like I'm not a pro sculptor, but I've seen some crazy pros using it and creating some really detailed things. Most people use ZBrush or they're using Blender. And Blender, again, used to be for people who couldn't do sculpts, and then it turned out to be one of the top animation programs. I don't know if you ever heard of the movie Flow, but they just won, I think it was an Oscar. It's pretty dope for a free program to, you can win an Oscar with a free program if you, if you put time into it and you develop your skills. All right. Let's see if I learn this bit right here. Boom. Oh, his face is too square. Bring out this a little bit forward. His nose is disappearing. He's got surgery, that's why. There we go, bring him back. And let's shape this mouth a little bit better. Yep, I heard it's insane. I started watching it, but I was watching it with my daughter, but for some reason she got scared with all the water and all the running of the animals. So I had to stop watching it, but hopefully I get to see it one day, or soon. Not one day. One day sounds far. Alright, let's see, how long have we been sculpting now? It's been an hour. And all I have is this. I think it's about time that we get into the painting. Let's shape this nose just a little bit more. And again, compared to Procreate, I mean not Procreate, Blender, because you could do this with your fingers, that's one thing that I really love. So you can move the whole thing and everything is right there, all the tools, all the shortcuts, you know, so you don't have to really, you know, click. And yeah, so there's a lot of shortcuts in Blender, but when it comes to doing these things, you don't need all those shortcuts. Let's see. There we go. I feel like that would be the move to press that there. Let's move the neck a little bit back. And the back of the neck. Moving it out. So I'll say Jiren would be easy, but I did want to add more details to his face. Just so that it's not just here's Jiren and looking like a gray alien, that's it. Move his teeth forward. Bottom teeth. Alright, let's get into some coloring just because about that time. Let's cancel that. Alright, let's go into show paint. Okay. Paint. And he is sort of pinkish. Let's see. Go with a light pink. Oh, I think this is an update. I haven't seen. What is this? Holy cow. Looking like Blue Beetle. That's pretty cool. Copper. Oh, this is a metal. Let's go with skin. Sort of like this. My purple blue. Paint off. Alright, so with that, let's just paint everything. Paint off. All paint off. So this is the cheat code of 3D, right? Like pretty much just paint it all in just a few clicks. Sort of like bucket fill. Alright, let me close out Pinterest because it's this is what happens usually with Pinterest. See, like These are some sleek grays. Look at his face. You see the pores and everything. Let me see something. Gonna try out just to get inspired by this. That's a little better. I feel like that's a little better. All right, validate this and let's color these eyes. They're black. My alien board. Let's make his eyes a little bit lighter. Oh yeah, let's move them to the side. Move them to the side. Paint off. I feel like this guy got veneers done. All right, Michael Young, welcome. Willie, welcome to the stream. All right, let's pull his eyes a little bit more. Make it a little bit. Dynamic like that. And so they changed his color depending on who sculpted. I made him too pink instead of purple blue. I mean purple. Purple pink. Or purple gray. Alright, let's do, so this is another cool thing about creating in 3D. Copy one thing and that thing turns into something, and then you can just sculpt it. There we go. That way I don't have to paint it a separate piece. Because I'm not remeshing this sculpt, I'm just practicing the sculpt itself. I don't have to worry about how many polygons and things like that, how many polygons it has, or how many pieces is it broken into. But if I were, then I'll just do a lot more painting instead of adding pieces. Oh, I see. So it has gray eyes with the black pupil. And his skin is not pink. Let's go take one more stab at this. Make it, I think that's closer to it. Probably even a little bit grayer. Boom. 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 It's probably a shortcut to just paint it all at once, but I have no idea. This is the bad part of doing it like I did it. Gotta check all the angles. Make sure that it covers. Alright, this mouth. His bottom teeth should be a little bit bigger. Alright, and what else? What else? What else? Once I add another mode of rendering, it's gonna take a different level. But I just want to make sure that I get it as close as I can, or to what I had in mind. All right, there you go. So one thing about the muscles, this should make sense, right? Let's make it make sense. Have it come out from the clavicle. Move this down. Hey, Wonder, JJ Wonder, welcome to the stream. Let's see what we do here. But yeah, the benefit of 3D, well, the hard part and the benefit is creating all these, or the effect of the muscles, and making sure that it looks good in all the angles. But with the right references, it's not super complex, right? Okay. And spin up the chest. Move tool, bring it up and down. Let's see what we can come up with. The light option. Process, post process. All right, so we have a disaster. Now we lower the strength, pollution, and right away we're starting to get something a little more decent. So the magic is in the lighting. There's occlusion. See, all right. So let's erase some of this stuff. Just because I think it'll be too harsh. And let's connect the nose. And the head. There we go. The nose is now part of the face. So it feels like I skipped a step when I created this render, this mode of rendering. But this is what it's all about. Lighting does a lot of the work when it comes to 3D. So learning lighting, it's half of the battle won. Half of the battle won. Cool thing is you can still sculpt in this mode, and you get to see how things get affected. Let's smoothen this thing right here. And smoothen the cheek. Alright, battery of the camera is done. And we have been live now for where's the time? Now we're in 20 minutes. Alright, we're almost done with Jiren. Let's just add some final details. Oh wow. There we go. So my attempt, I'll give it like a 6. You know, just gotta keep practicing. And it's such a slow process for me, but I know if I were to keep doing this would have taken less time, because the tinkering also eats up a lot of your time. It's like moving one little piece here, one little piece there. Joe Wonder, Arrow Hunter, thank you for the likes. Alright, let's just paint the eye a little bit. And intensity, just bring it down. I know why. Let's box or remesh. Bahag, welcome to the stream. Not too happy with it, but I want to keep pulling and pushing. You will see the final result, because I might just do it off stream. Alright, let's see. Play around a little bit. Oh yeah, I forgot to add some of the lights. Not light. Bring that intensity. Okay. There's another lighting inside. Usually I think about 3 or 4 lights is good enough. And it's always good to have like a rim light, so it can give you some of that backlighting. And create a little bit of contrast between the background and the subject. I like to give it a little bit of this glowy look, the loom they call it here. And yeah, right away with that alone, it adds a bit more of a better look. Now let's check the second light or the first light. Or let's see. Oh yeah, the environment. That's what should create more of the shadow. What am I hearing? Okay. Oh, this is what happened. This thing was frozen the whole time. So I can't trust this iPad thing. Okay, exposure, let's bring it down. So now we get to play with the second light. Alright, I think I'm not too happy with this wrinkly face. Because also with the lighting, it just adds a lot more of an effect. Okay. Stop tapping. Welcome to the stream. Alright, I think I should change this battery. Again, thank you to those who stopped by today on the stream. Something a little bit different. Rather than sketching a 3D model. I was thinking that I was going to be making them on Mondays, but Wednesday feels like the right day for this. Let's add another light. And this light, let's bring it down. Alright, and let's check another thing now. Sydney, welcome, welcome. Alright, almost done over here. About to call it a night. Not amazingly happy with it, but but I'm okay with it. I'm okay with this. Okay. Now I'll make it even more purple. Let's see how this goes. Yeah, a bit dark. Do feel like this could be rounder. Oh, I forgot to record. All right, so I think this is. Let's just do one last thing. Let's see this beast without his body. Yeah, he needs his body. Once I'm happy with certain areas, I just join them. And that way I have less things to worry about. All right, let's leave it up to here. About a 6. Let's give it a 6. And yeah, I'll be working on the lighting, so hopefully that will improve later on. Thank you for watching tonight. Hope you guys have a good night. Don't forget, tomorrow we'll be joining other artists to draw together. So again, thank you for watching. Peace out. Artclstudios has been brought to you by Chanko. Take care.